Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fabulous October. I can't believe it's October. The years are just flying by. Today we're going to create with two Spellbinders Club kits. We have the Clear Stamp and Die of the Month Club kit. It's called Holiday Wishes. I do have the coordinating die set. And actually, you know what? As I'm looking at this, you can cut out the greetings in here too. How fabulous is that? I'm also using the Stencil of the Month Club kit for October. It's called Baubles and Festive Background, and this is actually a great set. There's 5 dies in here, and it creates one of the 3 of them will create this one, 2 of them will create this one. We're going to use this one on our card today. This is pretty fabulous too. I like that there's 2. You get 2 for 1 this month. And we're also going to be using this die set from Spellbinders. I actually created a card with this up here. And this is the Nested Tree Frame die set. We're going to be using this. Not the frame, the rectangles, and also the tree in here. I thought was really cute. We'll be using this to kind of create a little bit of a scene. So let's jump in and start by doing our background, because I am going to be doing some texture pasting. So let's take our stencil. These are the baubles. And we're actually going to be, look how pretty these are. Great on their own, but fabulous together. And we're going to do our stenciling first, because I'm going to be using texture paste and I need it to dry in time. So first we're going to take this stencil here. It's the one that has more of the diagonal pattern. And we're going to use the grip mat, tack this down, and I'm tacking it down to an A2 panel of orange cardstock. I'm going to be using my Clementine ink, kind of doing a tone on tone, and I'm not worried about the middle because that's going to be covered with our little scene, but I am going to make sure that I get all of these sides. Now after I have this done, I'm just going to wipe this off really quickly. And then we're going to go in with our next stencil, and we're going to add our texture paste with this one. This is opaque matte, so it'll dry white, which is what I like. And we'll just put some on here. I'm going to be using my scraper from Hurley. If you guys haven't tried these, once you use a scraper, I think it's hard to go back with a palette knife because it just makes stenciling so easy. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here, and our background should be done. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's going to look so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love how bold that white is on that orange. I think this is going to be perfect for my background. Eventually I'll put this on a card base when it dries, but in the meantime we're going to jump in and do a little bit of stamping. Okay, I'm going to stamp the snowman and this little penguin, and I'll color both of them in, but I'll probably only use one of them on my card. Oh, actually, that's a two for 1 here. I'm going to stamp both of these. I didn't realize these were attached together. Are the dies attached? No, the dies are separate, but these images are connected. So I want to stamp both of them. I'm going to stamp both of these with Memento ink, but I'm only going to color in either the snowman and the penguin, because, and I want to use one of them, but I'm not sure which one I want to use. So I'm going to stamp both of them. The other one we can always put on the inside. They stamped beautifully. I want to zoom in, play a little bit of music while I color, but let me show you the color of markers that I'm going to be using. Okay, and when I'm done coloring, it won't take very long because penguins and snowmen are pretty easy, but when I'm done coloring, I will catch you back. Okay, coloring is all done. I'm going to zoom back out here. We are going to cut this out, but before we do that, I'm going to take a piece of blue cardstock. And I'm going to stamp Sweet Winter Wishes. I'm just going to stamp it with my black ink since I have this on my desk. And I'm also going to stamp Sending You Warm Wishes and Holiday Cheer. We're going to stamp two greetings. I smudged some ink on here, so I'm going to try and work around it here. Okay. Good deal. Now let's take the coordinating die and we'll cut out our snowman and our greetings. And I will be right back. My greetings and my snowman and penguin are die cut out. And then you can see I've been a little busy at the die cut machine. While I was there, I die cut out two panels using the two largest stitch dies in the set. And then I die cut out 3 Christmas trees. I already created 2. I'm going to create one to show you how I did it. It's very easy to put together, but all of those are in here too. So let's create our trees, our snowy trees. To create them, it's really easy. I just add glue here. And then, if I could find my pickup tool, then I add 1 layer. I didn't add any bells or whistles with it. I add a little glue to this top layer, and I add this 3rd layer. If you want to add dimension by popping them up, you very well could. And then, add a little dot of glue to the trunk. It's a little heavy. It's probably why it's not picking up. I will add we'll add the tree trunk. Okay, and then we have 3 snowy layers that go on the bottom of each of these layers. So you just add a little glue. And am I missing a layer? Okay. Well, honestly, this was on the floor, and honestly, I'm a little shocked that I found it so quickly, because if you would see my floor, you wouldn't believe. I have die cuts everywhere. Okay, so we have this, and then we can add a little dot of glue on the trunk, and then you can add little snowbanks underneath. This one I added, these two I added 1, this one I added 2. But that's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and layer these 2 panels together. So let's pop this up with a foam square and kind of build around it. Let's put this Sweet Winter Wishes up here in this corner. And then we'll add some trees. And you'll notice each tree is a different color. Spellbinders Peridot, Fern and Rainforest. Rainforest and Fern. We'll do the light and the dark on one side and the medium on the other. Okay, I think we need a snowbank. So I cut out 1 more of the larger rectangles, and I'm just going to freehand a small snowbank here. And I want to pop it up with some foam squares. I went ahead and added some of my Nuvo Dream Drops as snowfall in the background. And this is called Golden Shimmer. I just love this. It's nice and subtle. And I did pop it up with some foam tape. What I'm going to do is take this panel and I'm going to layer this on a piece of vellum. This is Spellbinders Vellum. Kind of did it backwards, but that's okay. Okay. And then I'm going to use my glue. I'm going to add it right behind the vellum. The reason I'm using glue, usually I don't like to use glue on my vellum, but the reason I'm using glue is because we have texture in the background, and I already adhere this to my card base, and then this way it'll just adhere better for me. I will tack this down right in the center. So I'm using my diamond stickles, and I'm going to go over my snowman's hat here, and then also the buttons. Give that a little bit of sparkle. And then that will finish off my card projects today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we used the two Spellbinders Club kits. We have the Stencil of the Month Club kit for October, and then we also have the Clear Stamp and Die of the Month Club kit. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.